Hurricanes fans. I know. Coop is late. What a surprise. What a surprise. You guys are letting me know. Let me get a couple things set up here right quick. And then we're going to kick off this live stream. I want to kick it off right with something real quick. Yeah, Coop is late. I'm late. Go ahead and scald me in the chat. Go ahead. Let's get them out of the way. No, not Chili's, Shane. Not Chili's. Not Chili's. Let me get everything set up for the stream here. And then we're going to talk some ball tonight, guys. We're going to have some real talk. What's going on, Miami Hurricanes fans and Virginia Tech fans? There might be some Virginia Tech fans here. Doubtful, but there might be. What I want you guys to do in the stream for me right quick. The reason I was late, we were having a little pre-party celebration for my grandma, Betty, for her 80th birthday. I want to see some happy birthday Betty in the chat. If you guys can do that for me right now, drop them down in the chat. Happy birthday, Betty. Today is the actual day of her birthday. That's why Coop was late. We were partying, you know. I'm looking. I'm seeing 2 of them, 3 of them. I appreciate that, guys. Yeah, that's why we were late. Happy birthday to my grandma, Betty. Got some birthdays in the chat. I appreciate that so much, guys. So, I want to know a second thing. How many people saw the run, pass, punt rap? I want to know what you guys think. Hit me straight up. Hit me straight up. If you liked it, you didn't like it, let me know what you thought about it. And if you haven't seen it, you need to check it out. Because I want some feedback on it. You know, I'm going to catch... Hey, we got a wholesome one in the house. What's going on, my man? But yeah, I'm going to catch a lot of flack for it. It's okay. It's one of those things. I know that I'm a Miami Hurricanes fan.
To wear to you,
Shane, my man.
on the side of your helmet.
Been waiting a long time for this.
Says he's been waiting a long time for this. Well, we're live now, Shane. We're here. The Canes family is here. Yeah, it's one of those things, just like Jason, like you just said. Loved it. Great song, Truth Hurts. That's the thing. My thing is, I know I don't question my loyalty to the Canes. That's the thing. I know I'm ride or die Canes, you know, bleed orange and green.
This is what it takes.
And it's one of those things. Eric Birch, my man.
On the side of your helmet.
Run, pass, punt is fire.
He says run, pass, punt is fire. Appreciate that $5 donation, my man. You're up on the Hall of Fame board. I barely. You guys can see this right now. I had to put Chris Song over to the side because I was running out of room. There was 22 people on here from donations last week, so I appreciate you guys so much. But my thing is, I have a lot of people telling me that I'm not a Miami Hurricanes fan because I put that wrap up. But the truth of the matter is that's the reality right now. I do think that changes will be made in the offseason and will improve and will get better. But that's the reality that we're faced with right now. So either way, I'm still repping the U. A lot of people think that I'm jumping ship because I put up a rap making fun of our play calling. Number one, sometimes you got to be able to just make fun of yourself because it's too late, my dudes. We're already 5-5. So what are we going to do? It's too late. So, and sometimes you got to have some constructive criticism. And I think the play calling needs to improve, or the reins need to be given to someone else for the play calling. I'm fine with CMR as the head coach. I am. I just think he needs to give up the play calling when I think some differences will be made in the offseason. So, I feel you, wholesome one. I do. He's a very stubborn guy. And sometimes stubborn is good, just not good with this. You know what I'm saying? So, let's talk about this game, Miami Hurricanes versus the Virginia Tech Hokies. Woo! Playing tomorrow on ESPN, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time at Lane Stadium in Blacksburg. Going to be an interesting game. It's kind of the battle of two mediocre ACC teams. It is what it is.
On the side of your helmet.
Hey Coop, going to the Cane basketball game TMRVA
Nice.
Bethune Lal Canes will win by 10 on Saturday HBD. Betty you the GOAT.
Miami Dolphins Canes, I appreciate that, man. He says, happy birthday, Betty. You the GOAT. Going to the basketball game tomorrow. I'm going to try to watch that basketball game tomorrow as well. Because I think it starts like an hour maybe before the football game. So, we'll see. I appreciate that $5 donation, my man. You know, always much appreciated. But the thing is, both of these teams are just... we are what we are. We're 5-5. Virginia Tech's 5-4. Miami needs to win one of the next two games to become bowl eligible. Now, I know a lot of people laugh and say, who cares? We're not going to the ACC championship. We're not playing for the national championship. But that's all we've got left to fight for right now. That's all we've got left. So we got to win one of the next two games. Virginia Tech has to win both of their next two games. So that's going to light a little bit of a fire under their booty. So it's going to be kind of crazy in Blacksburg tomorrow. I have predicted, as you guys can see, and you probably saw in the preview video, I've got it a tight one. The Canes coming out 14-10. The Canes offense still going to be pretty unproductive. I'm happy with N'Kosi Perry getting the starting position again this week. I think that CMR will ride out the rest of the year with Perry. It's important for him to get these valuable snaps so him and Jaron Williams can compete during the offseason for the starting position. So appreciate all you guys, though, who are showing the rap video some love, the run, pass, punt. Wear that thing out, man. Smack the like button because I'm going to catch a lot of flack for that one. But I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed writing it a lot. I want to go over some key points for this game, some important things we need to talk about, and then if you guys want, we'll open up the phone line. Glenn says, I also fell off my chair seeing that grandpa photo with the sweatpants. Yep, that's Glenn. That was a quick glimpse into the future. Me in about 20 years. I'm creeping up on 30, Glenn. I'm getting old, man. So that's me in about 30 years from now. And yeah, has anyone else heard about with the Kelly Bryant situation? I'm actually going to look that up right now. No, that's right. Never mind. He's not making his decision until he visits Miami during the week of Pitt. So I believe it was Kelly Bryant was visiting Miami on the 24th. Yes, on the 24th. And then he will announce his decision December 4th, the following week. So I honestly don't really care one way or the other if we snag Kelly Bryant or not. I'm just going to be real. I don't care if there's more competition at the quarterback position. Just honestly, I don't mind it. I mean, whoever's the best guy is gonna win the starting job. The problem is the players have already been showing a negative response to the Kelly Bryant visit. So, you know, it's kind of weird. I don't want that negativity between the players and stuff. Jackson Porter says, hey, Coop, what's up? I'm currently watching your video in a house with no power because of a bad ice storm. Stay safe, my man, Jackson. Hopefully you get power back soon. I'm 53, Coop, so you're not old. Gina, I am... Every morning when I get up, the first thing I do is stretch out and all my bones crack. And I drink my Ensure and go about my day. So I'm getting up there.
Little late, but what's up, y'all?
Connor Kane, man, always fashionably late to the party. Appreciate that $1.99 donation, my man. Appreciate that. The last time, this is something that a stat that I was not aware of. The last time Miami lost 5 in a row, I don't know if y'all knew this, was back in 1977. The last time we lost 5 in a row. That's a record I don't want to be breaking. I definitely don't want to be breaking it anytime soon. What's up, Cole? How's it going? Hey, RJ Entertainment. Yeah, man, I love this. My wife got it for me for my birthday a couple of years ago. Yeah, we haven't lost 5 games in a row since 1977. That's pretty rough. I don't want to be breaking records like that. We're breaking the wrong kind of records. I mean, that's tough, man. Cam Davis will be getting a lot of carries tomorrow night, supposedly. Homer's still kind of dealing with a calf strain. And here's the deal. Cam Davis is a flipping baller, man. I am perfectly okay with Cam Davis shouldering the load of the carries for this Miami offense. I don't know about you guys. I don't know about chat. I don't know about my other Miami Hurricanes family, but I am 100% okay with Cam Davis getting the majority of the carries. That's just me, man. Obviously, Lingard is out for the rest of the season, unfortunately, with the knee issue for him. Homer dealing with the calf strain. Cam Davis 1, DJ Dallas 2. Anybody? 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 Or is that just me? Did you get my envelope in the mail? I have not, Glenn. I checked it yesterday, and I have not gotten it yet. What's up, Rod G? Hey, Cam Davis, man. Dude, man, Cam Davis, if you just watch the vision and the speed, Cam Davis, him and Lingard are going to be a 1-2 punch, man. We're going to have to come up with some kind of nickname. You know how people do, like, for the 1 and 2 guy? They're going to have some kind of nickname. Cam Davis is a baller. Lingard is going to have that Olympic speed. Cam Davis on the more short yardage situations. And then hopefully Realist coming up as fullback, going to be ready to go. So, do I think we would have been better off with Butch Davis as coach? I get asked this a lot. And we're going to continue to talk about this Virginia Tech matchup. But I do want to address that because I get asked that a ton. Obviously, it's a hypothetical question. If Butch Davis came to Miami a couple years ago, would we be in a better spot than we are right now? It's kind of a hard question to answer. I don't think that we would have had the 10-win season last year, but I think we would be in a better spot right now, potentially. I think that he would have had a rougher get-go from the start. I don't know why I'm thinking that. Now, I am going to be honest with you guys, though. That's not exactly who I want for the job. And yes, Errol, that's exactly. It's all hypothetical. Nobody knows for sure. Maybe Butch Davis comes here and we lose every single game for the last 2 or 3 years. I don't know. It's hypothetical. So, what's up, Arlen? I think roughly we're in the same position, but maybe it's we win 3/4 of our game last year and 3/4 of our game this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, but in the end, it kind of evens out. Technically, that sounds kind of dumb, but it is what it is. What's up, Jason? We're going to take some phone calls tonight, talk about this Virginia Tech matchup. I've got a couple of other key notes. FIU has better offense than us. I can't argue with you on that. I would probably agree with. I would have to agree with that statement right now. Virginia Tech, of course, as many of you know, some of you don't keep up with Virginia Tech. Josh Jackson has been injured, so he's not starting. It's the backup guy, Ryan Willis. This dude's been pretty good. I think he's completing about 60% of his passes. He's thrown 16 touchdowns since taking over Josh Jackson's starting position with only 4 interceptions. So, Ryan Willis, not a bad quarterback. The biggest thing with Virginia Tech, in my opinion, is their defense is struggling bad. So here's the thing. We're about to open up the phone lines. Don't worry. This matchup is going to be such an interesting scenario because you have a Miami offense that is just struggling. Is just limp. This Miami offense is on life support, man. But then the other side of the ball, you got this Virginia Tech defense that is just beaten and battered. Loaded down with injuries, freshmen, new players, a defense that has really just not played up to expectations this season. What happens when these two meet? I tell you exactly what happens. A low-scoring game like that, 14-10, that's what happens. Miami is still going to struggle getting the offensive cogwheels going, but Virginia Tech is going to have no answers on defense. I'm excited because it's Canes football, but it might be kind of a boring game to watch. Like, if you're trying to introduce your child or a family member to football, and this would be their first game that you're showing them, like, hey, this is college football, don't show them this game. Don't use this game as an introduction to football. That's just my 2 cents. Someone said they had a personal question, but it took it away for some reason. So you can type that out again to me, my man. Errol says, I think you're wrong on the prediction this week, Coop. What are you feeling, man? What are you thinking? Do you like the Virginia Tech's dramatic entrance, or is it a little too much? I can't imagine how far they have to travel at halftime to go back to the locker room. I mean, I think it's kind of dumb, but, you know, that's just my opinion. I mean, I think it's dumb, but just me. Is Miami winning Blacksburg in the cold? Cold weather is always a factor for the Miami Hurricanes. Like it or not, believe me or not, the cold does play a factor every time Miami takes the field. The staff for the Miami Hurricanes have those helmet warmers ready on the sideline. Crank up those heated benches and get the heaters ready because it's going to be cold and it's going to affect us. Should be used to the cold by now. It's not going to happen, Mike. Getting used to the cold is just not something. It's not in our DNA, my man. What's up, Dennis Wilson? Dennis Wilson is everywhere. If you guys don't know Dennis Wilson, if you go to a college football video, Dennis Wilson's comment will be on there, period. What's the temp going to be there, Gina asked. Let's check. Let's check Blacksburg. I'm Googling it right now. Blacksburg, Virginia weather. And hey, I really do appreciate, because I know we were talking a lot when it was going on. I appreciate all of the donations tonight from Shane, Eric, Miami Dolphins Canes, and Connor Kane. You guys, I appreciate it so much, seriously. Tomorrow, let's see. I'm pulling it up now. All right, so Saturday, we're looking at, let's actually look at an hourly because kickoff is at 3:30. So sun's going to be shining at least. That's a bonus. Temperature for kickoff is about 53 degrees. However, about halfway through the game, we're going to be in the mid-40s. So 53 to mid-40s. I mean, that's chilly. It's chilly, but that's not too bad. That's above freezing. Thank goodness. You know, that's kind of that temperature where you get kind of sweaty and then the cold kind of feels good, you know, when the wind kind of blows down into the shoulder pads. You know what I'm saying? For anybody who's played football. Dude, they're 4-5. We need to win. I feel you. Hey, and that's what we were just talking about. Holy Grail, man. A struggling defense versus a struggling offense. We're going to see. It's a make or break game for one of these teams. By make or break, obviously it's just fighting for a bowl game. I know. But I'm saying let's see who can actually take care of business in this game, because both these teams don't look real good, just being real. So get a live football weather. Hey, man, I feel you. It's just, I'm telling you, the history does not lie. When you look back at Miami playing in the cold, it is what it is. I mean, I'm calling it how I see it, you know?
This is what it takes.
That's just history, man.
To wear the U on the side of your helmet.
Nicholas comes in, my man, with a massive $50 donation. And I think he's already, my man Nicholas, you're already even on the board right here. Nicholas, if I can get thanks to Nicholas down in the chat, he is already on the Hall of Fame board, dropping $50 in the donation cup. One day I'll figure out where this thing is at.
I've said it before, you make watching Canes games fun again.
I appreciate that, Raji. And Raji following up with $5 right behind him. Man, Nicholas, seriously, my man, above and beyond support. I appreciate that so much, my man. $50 is above and beyond. Donations are always optional. And Nicholas, my man, We're going to get you a permanent spot up here too, my man. Already on the board from last week. $50, doesn't even leave a message with it. Nicholas, hey, bro, thank you so much. That means so much, man. And Raji coming through with a $5 donation. Says, this channel makes watching Canes games fun again. That's what we're going for, man. That's what we're going for. So let's get into, do you guys want to take some phone calls tonight? Man, seriously, $50, Nicholas. My man. Do you guys want to take phone calls tonight? Jeff wants to know, what is the money for? The donations. I'm 100% transparent on this with you guys. And those that are regulars to the channel already know this, but Jeff, I will fill you guys in for anybody new here. We do get donations on this channel. They're 100% optional. No one has to give a penny to watch any of my content. I'm just laughing because Raji says a new spoon. Some of you guys will get that comment. It might take you'll get it. Donations go towards three things, and then we're going to open up the phone calls, just so you guys know. Number one, upgrading my equipment. If you go back a year ago and look at my videos, I hope, anyways, you see the improvement. And that's because of you guys. Donations I've received, new lighting, new cameras, new microphones, extra monitors to view chat, all kinds of stuff. Goes towards upgrading equipment. They go towards prizes for you guys. I do giveaways during the live streams, giving away free t-shirts and things like that. And the rest of it goes towards my monthly donation to St. Jude, which is
Canes 2-0, we win.
2-0 Miami Dolphins Canes. Somebody getting a safety in there, I take it. And again, the last thing is what's left goes towards my monthly St. Jude donation. And I put it in there. My St. Jude donation does not say from Coop. My St. Jude donation, when it asks who this is from, I say the College Football Vids subscribers. That's what I put on there, and that's what it comes up as. And I post that, a picture, a screenshot of that every month. That organization means a lot to me because here's the deal. We're going to get into phone calls. I'm going to get into all that. For those of you who do not know, because a lot of people, I've seen people ask me about this, and I want to make sure that people did know. I'm not trying to make it any kind of big personal thing, but my wife and I lost our daughter in June. So, and that's something that it meant a lot to me anyways before. This is what it takes. But now it really, you know what I'm saying? So it's something St. Jude, man.
7-0, win 5 overtimes.
It explains itself. It doesn't need any kind of introduction. But that's what it goes to, Jeff. And I appreciate you asking. I'm 100% transparent with that. So Miami Dolphins Canes, another $2 donation. My man Canes, 7-0 win, 5 overtimes. You always got something funny to say, my man. Let me get these phone lines opened up. Hey, I appreciate the love, Glenn. I know, man. I see you commenting on all my stuff, and I really appreciate that. Man, I appreciate that, Jay Clint. Yeah, like I said, the reason why I try so much to upgrade the equipment, I'm just opening up the phone line here, is to make it a more fun experience for you guys. I want to make Miami Hurricanes football fun, even when we're down and losing and have a bad season. I still try to make it fun for you guys. So I'm just going to get the phone line open. If you are interested in calling in and talking about this Virginia Tech game, there is a number above my head. Right here. The phone's already going off. Hold up just a second. I got to get a couple more screens open. This number right here. 865-229-4131. If you want to call in and talk about this game. And I will get to as many calls as possible. I usually try to limit it to 4 or 5 because people start filing out when it gets late. Again, if you're like myself and you're getting up there in age, it's hard to stay up past 10 o'clock. Us old folks got to get our sleep. So let me see. I've actually got an 865 number coming through. So I want to answer this because this is my area code, y'all. What is going on? I had to answer this phone because this is an 865 area code, and that's the same as me. So I had to see who this is.
Hey, Coop, can you hear me, brother?
Oh yeah, I can hear you, my man. How's it going?
I'm doing good. How are you, brother?
Doing well. Who do we have on the line? What's your YouTube username?
This is RH Canes fan, brother.
How's it going, man?
I'm doing good, man. This is good to talk to you. Just quick call. I'm not going to hold you up. I think other callers coming on. But I'm a Miami Kings fan since '87. I was born in '81. Same type of deal as you. When I hit about 7, 8 years old, started watching them dominant teams, and something just drew me to them. And the funny thing is now I live right here in Tennessee. My kids go to Heritage.
Yep. Hey, man. We used to beat Heritage back in the day, back in football.
Yeah, you're right, brother. This is my poor daughter. Luckily, my son's not a football player. He does other things, you know.
Yeah.
But
they might be better now. I've not kept up with them in about a good 10 years, but.
Oh, trust me, bro, they're not. Just saying. For real, bro. Like my daughter's a cheerleader for them. You know, we go to all the games and against Maryville, Alcoa, William Blount, all that type of things. And cheerleaders are good. Football team, not so much. Yeah, but anyway, like I said, Kings fan, Kings talk. I'm from Panama City, Florida, man.
Okay.
And grew up there, born and raised there. Moved there when I was 22, and I've lived here. I work on Alcoa Highway right up from the airport.
Okay, gotcha.
But Canes fan, it's good to see a Canes fan up in my neck of the woods, man. I have to deal with all these Tennessee fans, and they run their mouths and all that. I'm like, well, yeah, we're bad, but really?
Yeah, it's
you know, that type of thing.
It's orange country around here, but they're wearing the wrong shade of orange. That's the problem.
You ain't kidding, brother.
But yeah, you occasionally there's a house down the road for me that has a Miami mailbox. I need to go introduce myself to him. And then I see 1 or 2 cars, floating around that have a Miami tag on them. But otherwise, that's about it. It's Vols, Alabama, and Georgia, and that's pretty much 90% of everybody around here.
You're 100% right. And the funny thing is when I first moved up here 15 years ago, you saw Vols, you saw some other things. But it's amazing how many Alabama fans come out of the woodwork, even in this area, even in Tennessee Nation. It's like these Alabama fans all of a sudden, you know what it is.
Well, I tell you,
but I'm a diehard like you are, 5-5, 4-8, whatever. That's my team.
I mean, it's real easy to cheer for a team that's always winning games. Talking about Alabama, everybody jumping on. Everybody's an Alabama fan this year. They were last year, the year before. Yeah, it's a lot tougher when you got a team that's kind of inconsistent. At least like we're being this year.
Well, for real, and Coop, see, seriously, the thing with me is I have such an interesting dynamic of living here in Vol Country like you do, but. Like, my wife is a Florida State fan. Her entire family's a Florida.
Oh, man, we got to work on that.
Now, listen to me, bro. And, I've done a good job on that, trust me. But from Panama City, Florida, it's not far from Tallahassee.
It's true. It's very true.
My entire family, besides me, is all Florida State fans. All my cousins.
This is what it takes.
My sisters, my brothers. My wife, her entire family, everybody's Florida State except for me. So I have to, every time Miami and Florida State play, bro, it's like me versus like the entire family. You know what I mean? It's like, it was funny because when they win, I hear from like 100 people.
Oh, yeah.
But when the last 2 years we win, I don't hear from nobody. But yet I don't call them and start running my mouth to 100 different people. I'm just like, haha, we got the win. But boy, when they win, I get my phone blows up constantly. I'm like, I'm not answering that. I'm not dealing with it.
Yep.
But it's cool that, you know what I'm saying, I just think it's cool, bro. Like I said, I won't keep you on too long, that you're a fellow Miami fan, and I saw that rap you did today. That was good, man.
Yeah, I'm going to catch some flack for that one, definitely. But it had to be done. Like I said, it's just some changes need to be made. Like I said, I'm all about positivity, but I'm also all about criticism when it's needed. Obviously, I know everybody already knows the play calling situation, so it's not like it needs even more attention. But like I said, I'm letting people know I'm doing it out of my love for the Canes, to be like, hey, we should change this. You know, it's not bashing them in a way that I'm not.
Oh,
you know,
no, I feel
representing
you. I feel you 100%, man. That was a dope song, and I agree 100% because, I mean, for real, as far as I go back with the Canes, like, I was a Canes fan before you, but, you know, you're doing your thing. But, like, I look back at when we had, and it's frustrating because, like, under certain coaches, we, like, had a good offense and a bad defense.
Yeah, it's like it flip-flops.
You know what I'm saying? And now we flip-flop, and we have a bad offense and a dominant defense. It's like, if we had this defense with Jed Fish's offense or,
you messed it up,
you know,
run past 16-yard punt, come on, Coop.
Just think about it, and I know you already know this, but a few years back, we would score 30 points a game, but we would lose because we would lose 38-31 because our defense sucked.
Yep, and it's one of those.
And
if we could just hit that sweet spot, if we could get the offense to be pretty darn good and the defense to be pretty darn good, even if they're not like top 5 in the country, we would be scary good overall. If we could just get both of them, you know, to be
exactly.
decent.
It's like one year we have this dynamic offense and the defense is horrible, and now we got this darn good defense, and like the offense can't do anything. It's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
But I tell you what do you think about Manny Diaz, defensive coordinator? Have you seen some of his interviews? You can tell the frustration when he talks the truth. He's like, look, our defense is first in the nation in tackle for loss. Our defense is second in running defense. Our defense is second or fourth in pass defense. And our defense is like 5th in like total yards, but scoring defense is 25th. Why? Because they always get the ball around the 50-yard line. They make one play and they're in field goal range. He was like, I mean, he put you could tell. I don't know if you watched his interview here lately.
The way he ended that last interview on the Canes All Access, where he mentioned something about the patient is sick and the diagnosis is obvious or something like that. I was like, whoa! But he's earned the right to talk some of that smack a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. I love him. No, I love him for that. That's amazing. You know, I love him for that. He's like, I don't care if head coach gets mad at me or not. I'm speaking the truth.
See, and that's what I'm always talking about. Like, this is getting more into the player side of things, like with the Kelly Bryant stuff. But I'm just saying, I want people that want to compete. And I'm talking even coaches that are competitive as far as that, you know, let's get better and let's win. And I'm fine with him calling out, you know, some people. Even I know he's kind of got to do it subtly, you know, because he can't make a big deal. They'll be writing about it on everything about how the coaches are arguing internally with each other and whatnot. But he's easily earned the right to talk a little bit of smack, most definitely.
I mean, for real, I'm like, see, this dude speaks the truth. He's like, when he brought out all the stats and about the defense, and like you said, that analogy about, like, oh, there's somebody sick in here. Everybody's walking around, don't know what to do about it. He's sick, let's fix the problem.
Yep.
Everybody can see this is what's wrong, let's fix it. You know what I mean? It's like.
But I got to ask you one question. And then if you don't mind, I'll probably get to a couple more calls as well. Try to let as many people call in as possible.
Yes, sir.
What are you thinking for tomorrow night? Realistically, you can speak your honest to goodness opinion on here. Obviously, it's not a judgment-free zone because chat's going to judge 100% everything you say. But
absolutely.
What do you think that Miami wins tomorrow in Blacksburg?
Yeah, I do, and let me tell you why. And it's kind of a sad fact that I say this, being a Miami fan from back in the 87.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason I say this, and I told my wife this today, coming home from work, I said, you know what? I said, I have a good feeling about this. It's on the road, you know, and all that. But I said, you know what? It's a weird thing to say, but we've had, and you know this, we've had 3 straight 4-loss streaks under Mark Richt.
Yeah.
Not always in the same year. First year, we lost 4 in a row. last year we started out 10-0, lost 3, and lost the first one of this year. So that's 4 in a row, and now we're on a 4-game slide. I told her, just kind of joking and laughing around, I said, we've already lost our 4 in a row. He's never lost 5 in a row, so I have a good feeling. We're going to win this one because, we'll lose 4 in a row, and finally by the 5th one, they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So
hey, I feel
by
you,
that
man.
reason only, I have a good feeling that just somehow with Nikosi in there, and if they play him the entire game and know he's young buck, he's going to make his mistakes. But if he can make some throws that we all know that Rozier can't, and I think if the defense comes and balls out, and it still may be close, but I actually think we're going to get that one tomorrow.
I hope you are right, my man. I'm kind of the same, kind of feeling the same thing, and it's something. Again, Virginia Tech. Really, when you look at stat wise, it's one of the worst teams that we've played over the past few weeks. When you look at Georgia Tech stat wise and Duke stat wise and Virginia stat wise, Virginia Tech is struggling pretty bad. So there's really, I mean, we should win this game. We should definitely take care of business. But I definitely appreciate you calling in. We got to meet up sometime because we're in the same neck of the woods. So
and I appreciate that, bro. Like I said, I mean, when I say I'm like a fan says like 80 something, I mean I'm 37, bro. I mean I work right there down from the Knoxville Airport on Cole Highway. But man, I guarantee you, I would love to meet you sometime. I own more Miami gear. I would put a challenge up that, well, maybe not people who live in Miami, that I own more Miami stuff than anybody when it comes to hoodies, shirts, hats, helmets, little Ibis stuffed dolls, all that stuff. I mean, I've been a fan for a long time. I bleed orange and green just like you do, bro.
I feel you,
and
man.
I'd love to meet you, brother. But the main thing is, I never did anything like you're doing. Your channel is amazing. I will support your channel. It's awesome. And for you being this close, man, I'd love to meet you sometime, have some lunch or something.
Yeah, definitely.
It'd be good, bro. William Blount, Heritage, Maryville, Alcoa, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
I got you. Yeah, no, we definitely need to leave me a comment on this video, and maybe we can work something out sometime, definitely.
All right, brother. Well, I'll let you get off here and let you get back to all your fans that are all over the country, brother.
Yep,
you do a good job. I love you. I appreciate you, and have a good night, brother.
Yep, love you too, man. Like I said, fam to me, and I appreciate the kind words. Have a good night, man.
All right, thanks. You too, brother.
You too. Bye-bye. All right, let me address, before anybody calls in, real quick, let me address a couple of the donations that came through, because I do want to address those. Ghost, hey, what's up, my man? Hey, Ghost, you're on the board, bro. Right there. I hope the light's not covering it up, actually. Yeah, no. You're on there, Ghost. You're on the Hall of Fame board back there, man. We had some donations come through. If you donate while I'm on the phone, do not worry. I will address that as soon as I get off there. Miami Dolphins Canes coming through with several more donations. W. Jack came through with a massive $10 donation. Says, thanks for all the time you take and the great vids. Go Canes. Hey, W. Jack, I appreciate that donation so much, my man. Miami Dolphins Canes coming through with another 99 cents and a $1.99. Says, you messed it up. Run, pass, 16-yard punt. Come on, Coop. Man, you're right. That's a missed opportunity, Miami Dolphins Canes. Maybe in the remix version 2, but hopefully we don't have to do a remix of that song, if y'all know what I'm saying. Hopefully we don't have to. So let's open the phone line back up, and let's talk about this Virginia Tech game a little bit. I appreciate you guys hanging out tonight because I realize it's already 10 o'clock. So I'm going to take the first one that came through, which is a 407. So let's see who we got on the line, guys. What is going on? Welcome to the live stream. Who do we have on the phone?
This is Jason.
Hey, Jason. How's it going, my man?
Good. How's it going?
Hey, pretty good. Have you ever been able to call in the past? I don't know if I've had you on the line or not.
Never.
Never? Okay, awesome. Welcome. Let's talk about this game a little bit. Hopefully that's why you were calling in.
Absolutely.
What are you thinking? I'm going to hit you straight up real quick. I mean, do you think that Miami can take care of business in Blacksburg?
Yes. Yep, 28-14.
28-14. Okay, that's a very bold prediction. Miami putting up 28 points. Do you think that, is it just the Virginia Tech defense is that bad, or are you thinking Miami offense might start to click a little bit with Perry back there? What are you thinking?
I think both. I think Perry's gonna get some high yardage passes this game because Virginia Tech's defense is awful.
Yeah.
And I also think that Virginia Tech's offense is suffering a little bit too since their quarterback went out.
Yep, they
So
are.
I think they're really gonna struggle.
Even though Ryan Willis, the guy playing QB for them right now, I think he's okay. He's not. Josh Jackson, in my opinion, is overall a pretty good quarterback. I don't think anybody can really deny that. I mean, he's not great, but he's pretty good. And I think that Ryan Willis just isn't. He doesn't bring that same kind of offense that Virginia Tech is kind of used to running. He's not the same guy. And like you said, the Virginia Tech defense is just struggling so much. It's time, I think, for Perry to have kind of a big breakout game where he comes out and just balls out and dominates for 4 quarters. And hopefully, maybe this can be the game that he gets to do it.
I think it'll be a confidence builder.
Yep, and I keep telling people too, like it's important either way that Perry's getting as many snaps as possible. I am glad that finally Mark Richt has, pulled the trigger and said, this is the guy we're sticking with. It's going to be Perry, because that's going to be some important snaps that he's taking to end this season out when it comes to the offseason for him and Jaron to compete for that starting position. It's going to be critical, some of these snaps that he's getting.
Right. Yep. And that'll lead to us being in a bowl game, and hopefully we win that bowl game, wherever it is. That's going to be a huge moral victory for us.
Yeah, after everything that we've been through this season, again, I'm not saying that it makes our season successful. Obviously, it doesn't. Anything short of a national championship technically is not successful. But if we could, at the very least, beat Virginia Tech, beat Pitt, get into a bowl game and win it, hopefully that would at least give us some kind of momentum going into next season. And then if some changes happen and things like that, it would be a huge confidence builder going into next season, I think.
Right. I think so too. I wish we would see changes sooner, but I really don't think that Rick's that guy.
No.
I think he's going to do something in the off-season silently. And hopefully it's going to come to a good head.
Yeah,
and move the program forward and not backward like we did this year.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you mentioned making a move silently, because I think you're kind of onto something here. Given the kind of person that Rick is, the stubbornness, this isn't always a negative quality, but it can be sometimes. And I think that you're right. I don't think there's going to be this big, huge press conference. It's going to be, hey, we got this new guy in here. I think it's going to be kind of a person or two here might get let go or might be changing roles, and then someone else kind of, and it's just going to be reported in the news or something like that. I don't think there's going to be this big, huge deal made out of it, because not that he's too stubborn to admit that he needed to make changes. Well, maybe he is actually sometimes, but I think that it'll be more just kind of some little small moves like that.
Right. Yep. And maybe we'll see that by spring practice. Maybe.
It would be nice.
I'm hoping.
It would be nice, yeah. And it's frustrating now. I know a lot of people are so upset because people want it to happen right now. But in all seriousness, it doesn't make sense to do it right now, because it doesn't make sense to me. You're not going to bring in someone new, implement an entirely different system or a different way of practicing with 2 games left in your season and maybe a bowl game coming up. It's just not going to happen.
Right. I don't think that's good for the kids that are playing.
It's not. It's most definitely not. And I see that growing up in East Tennessee with the Tennessee Vols, going through a coach every other year practically, and assistant coaches and all this different stuff. It's really the morale for the players. It kills it quick. And I do think, because again, the players have made it very well known on social media, on Instagram and on Twitter and stuff, that they stand behind Rick and they like having him as a coach. So, like I said, there's not going to be any huge changes right now. It's just something we got to hold out for the off season and just hope for the best.
Right. Absolutely, man. I can't wait to see what happens. I can't wait to see the changes. I know they're all going to be for the good, because it could get a little bit worse, but I don't think it's going to. I think there's people in positions now that are not going to allow that to happen.
This is what it takes.
So I think we'll be good moving forward.
I think the thing is, I've wanted to know, and I'm going to ask you and chat. Do you know? I'm asking you something on the spot. How long have you been a Miami fan? And I'll tell you why I'm asking.
I was born a Canes fan, so 1980.
Okay.
So I've been through it all.
What I want to know,
bad, and ugly.
Because the thing is, I'm 29 years old, so I was born in '89. So I couldn't have even been a Canes fan, obviously, before then, because I wasn't even born. But what I want to know is, has there been, during a losing season, this much backlash and push on a coach? Because the reason and I'll explain the reason why I asked that. I've only been a hardcore watching even the behind the scenes stuff with Miami, and obviously with Twitter and with, you see all this stuff, constantly, and reading comments and all that stuff. So it's easier to see fans who are upset and things like that nowadays. I can't think of the last time, even when we've been bad over the last 10 years or when we've had bad seasons and stuff, that the backlash has been this bad. Do you know of a time back in, because obviously Miami didn't go undefeated every year and stuff, or I may not be making sense, I'm kind of just rambling, but have we had a season where fans have been this upset in recent memory over something like this?
No, and I'll tell you why. Because the expectation wasn't high any of the other times. I mean, we kind of knew with Butch Davis we were in trouble. With Al Golden we were in trouble. With Randy Shannon, we all knew that those weren't great coaches, and we didn't really have really great talent. Now, the head scratch is we have really great talent, and we have good coaches, so why isn't it clicking together? And then that, I think, is the question that everybody wants to answer, and the fastest way we can point to blame is just blaming it on the head coach.
Yeah. And I mean, I will say, I guess at this point, after that interview I saw with Blake James, Blake James said, hey, I'm giving Rick basically what he needs. It's going to be up to him to make staff changes and things like that. So at that point, it kind of 100% definitely will fall on him, because Blake James is saying, here you go. You can make some changes that you want to make if you want to make them. If you don't, I'm not going to force you to. So, but that's an interesting. I appreciate you answering that, because I know I worded that very weird and kind of rambled a little bit. But I was never old enough back in in the 80s and 90s, even late 90s. Because I was just in middle school. So,
my Blue Devils play Clemson
now
tomorrow.
That I'm hardcore, got a
game.
Miami Hurricanes channel, I'm older, I see all the comments and the stuff like that. I'm just thinking, man, this has been a crazy year to see all the hate and the, people jumping ship, and Miami sucks, and I'm not watching any games and stuff. So it's just interesting for me to hear, kind of if there have been similar things that have went on in the past.
Yeah, never. Usually when we've had good talent, we've won.
Yeah.
Good coaches, we've won.
Yep. I can
it's
see
just not making any sense. It's not making any sense. It doesn't make any sense to the fans. And I think the coaches know a lot more or feel a lot more pressure than what they put off in interviews. And they're just not saying it. And I think Manny Diaz is becoming a little bit more vocal, but being really political about how he chooses his words.
Yeah,
when he does an interview.
He's trying to be careful, because I could tell in that last interview that he did that he kind of started to, his face was almost getting red, and he started talking a little bit faster, and he was starting to get upset the more he talked about it. You could definitely see it.
Right.
And honestly, it's good. I mean, I would want to see, because everyone always talks about Rick not being very vocal and showing emotion and stuff. So I want to see him get a little upset that we're losing games and stuff, just honestly.
Right. Right.
But yeah,
the players need to see that passion for sure.
Yep, definitely. I'm all for a coach that is high-fiving players when we're scoring touchdowns. It's getting in their face when they're messing up, you know, trying to correct them and coach them and stuff. So I'm 100% all for that.
Yep, me too, man.
Hey, I appreciate you calling in. I don't want to cut you off or anything. So is there anything else that you want to add or ask or anything about this game?
No, man, that's good. Let's go Canes, and I'll be joining you. Hopefully, you're going to do another game day YouTube vid where we all kind of get together and watch the game live together.
Yep.
I hope that siren goes off at least, what did I say, 4 times? 28 points.
Yeah, man.
That's what I'm hoping for, my man.
I oil that thing up the same every game day just in case, because you never know. So we'll be here tomorrow about 3:30. I'm always a couple minutes late, as usual. So, but we'll be here live tomorrow, and I hope to see you there, man.
All right, man. We'll be there.
All right. Appreciate you
later,
calling in. Have a good night.
All right. You too, man.
See you, Jason.
Bye.
All right. And before anybody calls in again, I know the phone's probably going to ring. I want to hit up those donations that came through. You guys are killing it tonight. This is just the night before, and you guys are already killing it. So I appreciate that. We did get a new subscriber, Castle Bravo 2021. Welcome to the Hurricanes family, my man. I appreciate that subscription. Jay Clint coming through, my man. Hey, Jay Clint, I've seen you. You've been very active in the chat, and I appreciate that. Comes through with a massive $10 donation. I appreciate your channel. No, I appreciate you, Jay Clint. If you're not already up there, not up on the board currently, so we'll get you up there, Jay Clint. And Mike Williams as well with a massive $10 donation. Doesn't even leave a message. Just drops $10 in the donation cup. Appreciate that donation so much, Mike. And Cole, College Football Talk, dropping $4.99, says, my Blue Devils play Clemson tomorrow. You're going to the game. Boy, Cole, that's going to be... Let me know what you think the score is going to be in that game, Cole. That's going to be a tough one, man. Clemson. That's going to be a rough one for Duke, man. I'm thinking. But I know you got faith in your team, Cole. So we'll see if they can take care of business. So we got a 954 calling through. We're going to take 1 or 2 more phone calls. I know it's getting late for us old folks. Let's see who we got on the line here, guys. Hey, how's it going?
What's up, Coop? Miami Dolphins
This
game.
is what it takes.
What's going on, my man? I had a sneaking suspicion that was you, but I didn't want to say anything.
I'm out for tonight, but I have a special donation.
Let me see. It's
at the
reading
end.
out this dono real quick.
Hint add up all our points for the season.
Nicholas, hey, man, I appreciate that so much. And don't worry, I've still got you on the phone. I'm just going to address this dono real quick, my man. Nicholas, coming through with another $20 donation, my man. Hey, seriously, above and beyond. Appreciate that so much, my man. And we've got another regular donator on the phone right here, Miami Dolphins Canes. Hey, bro, what are you thinking about this game tomorrow? Be real with me.
First, I want to start off with on the news and side for it's really sad. The main news is not the Canes; it's the Miami Marlins new logo. So, we were talking about that. It's not going well for the Canes.
I didn't even know about the Marlins stuff, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's really bad right now down. The game doesn't look great tomorrow. Lane Stadium's tough. I've been there personally a couple years ago.
Okay.
We lost. It's not a fun environment to play in, Lane Stadium. It's really, I don't know. I hope the players are pumped up. It's just a matter of, do they really want to get into a bowl game or no?
Yep, because you don't want it to come down to a must-win. You got 1 game left. You have to win this game to get to a bowl game. And honestly, against Pitt, and Pitt's been playing pretty good football overall. I'm just being honest here. So we don't want it to come down to that. That way, at the very least, we go ahead and take care of business now. Know that we get in a bowl game, and then we'll take on Pitt after that. And I definitely second what you're saying with it being difficult to play in Blacksburg. I've not personally ever been there. but I almost went a few years ago, and I had a lot of people tell me to not go because they were like, bro, listen, you don't want to go to Blacksburg and be wearing a Miami shirt. And I was like, is it that bad? Like, you know, like, I don't know. I've not been. So I've heard it's pretty tough.
It's really bad. Oh, yeah. But here's just a personal question. Would you rather us be 6-6, or would you rather FSU lose their last two and go 4-8? It is really funny when I say it out loud. FSU going 4-8.
Oh man, that's wow. You definitely put me on the spot with that one. Let me look. What is FSU? What's FSU right now? Do you know off the top of your head? Let me see.
It might be 4-6. They have Boston
now.
College and Florida in their last two.
Let's see. Or yeah, people will tell us in the chat here. Let's see. 4 and 6. Okay, gotcha. 4 and 6. 4 and 6.
Oh boy. Oh yeah, they're really bad. But honestly, they have Boston College and Florida.
All I know is I'd rather Miami win as many games as possible. That's all I know. I like when actually overall when other teams that we play are doing good, so that way when we beat them we look even better. Obviously we've already beaten FSU, so if they look bad then whatever, because we're not going anywhere anyways. But I'd rather Miami just win as many games as possible and FSU be good up until we beat them and then them kind of suck after potentially. That's kind of my opinion.
Agreed. But the only good news for me is that I looked at the bowl games for the ACC. The two ones we actually have a shot at are, this sounds really depressing, the Bad Boy Mowers Gasparilla Bowl in Tampa, which I can go to because that's only like 4 hours away.
Okay, yeah.
And we have the Motor City Bowl in Detroit, Michigan.
That would be an
I'm
interesting
hoping we get Tampa.
one. Yeah, I agree.
I don't think we got many Canes up in Michigan. I'm not going to go to that.
Yeah, probably not, and it's probably going to be cold there, which is another really just something I don't want to have to talk about or deal with. So, but yeah, I appreciate it because number one, your donations crack me up. I ain't even gonna lie. That's not me putting on a show. Your donations legitimately make me LOL, and it's pretty hard to do that sometimes. And you always bring some kind of insight, some information that I'm not aware of to the phone calls, and I definitely appreciate that.
I try. I look forward to these.
Yeah, most definitely. You comment on every video, you're in every live stream, and I appreciate all the love you show the channel, my man.
Yeah, walking home today from the bus stop, I was listening to your run past punt. I was like all my friends. I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah, so what do you think? You think it's pretty good?
I love it. I love it.
Good deal.
I feel like we should make a rap about Beagles and Spicer. I feel like that would be good.
Oh man, I could get in trouble for that one. I probably better stay away from that one.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, man.
I cannot wait for Lou Headley though.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
He's gonna be great.
That's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
But
tomorrow my score prediction is like 21-17. We win maybe.
21-17. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling that no matter what, it's gonna be kind of close too. So.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of offense. Even last game, like how many points we scored? 20, 21?
It's not a lot.
It was so spaced out. It just didn't even seem like we had offense. Like at the Duke game, I was like sitting with a couple of my friends. I don't think I talked for a good 30 minutes because I was just watching their offense.
Yeah.
I couldn't. It made no sense to me how you scored 12 points in the game. Like, come on. You have all this talent that's in your backyard, and you can't get a QB. Malik Rozier is beyond terrible to me.
Yep. It's just like we get stuck in this thing every time. Yes, there's next year. I mean, it sucks, but hopefully, I guess there's next year. You know, we'll see.
Yeah, it's my favorite phrase because no other team in Stockport is good. It's always next year.
But, hey, you know, I always appreciate when you call in, my man.
All right. I'll talk to you next time, man.
Yeah. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, so let me know if you guys want to take any more phone calls. We are, let's see, we've been live for about an hour. What's up, Robert? How's it going, my man? But a couple more people are calling in. Yeah, we got. I don't know. I'd like to see. I heard someone mention Miami. Hey, Samurai Gaming, how's it going? Talking about playing in. I think they said a Music City Bowl in Nashville. If we played Tennessee, that would be real interesting. Number one, because that's not that far of a drive for me, so I'd get to go. And number two, Miami and Tennessee, I think would be a very interesting matchup. What do you guys think about that? Miami versus the Tennessee Vols. I think it'd be a very interesting game, and in Nashville, like that would be an interesting game. Very interesting game. Yeah, so you guys are thinking so too, because what that gives us a shot at another SEC team. Hear me out, another SEC team, but one that's just kind of struggling a little bit, because Tennessee currently. What is Tennessee right now? Tennessee is 5-5. Tennessee has the same record as Miami. Now, we both still have 2 more games. I would really like to see that game.
To wear the U on the side of your helmet.
Forgot to mention Pepto-Bismol now for real lol.
Miami Dolphins, Canes. Hey, my man. Always donating just to say something to us. I appreciate that so much, my man. Hey, man, I'd like to see Miami versus Tennessee. Tennessee did beat Kentucky and Auburn, 2 other ranked SEC opponents. So I would like to see Miami take on Tennessee. That'd be a very interesting matchup. Super interesting matchup. So I think maybe that might be all the phone calls we take, because we're at, it looks like people are starting to file out a little bit. Let's see. I may have accidentally just hung up on whoever was calling in. But I think we may wrap it up, because we've got an earlier game tomorrow. We've got the 3:30, obviously. Miami Dolphins, Canes.
Helmet.
Miami versus UTEP Coop. What are you saying?
Miami Dolphins, Canes, always keeping up with that UTEP football, my man. But if Miami didn't take care of business against UTEP, we got more serious problems going on, my man. Much more serious problems going on. But I think we'll wrap it up for tonight. You guys went ham tonight. Like, you guys went crazy on the donations. I appreciate that so much. I got to get some of the new people up on the board back behind me. But it's going to be an interesting game tomorrow. Blacksburg, a beaten and battered Virginia Tech team that's struggling defensively against a Miami team that barely has a better record, coming in at 5-5. Virginia Tech's 4-5, for those of you unaware. A Miami offense that is struggling. Who's going to win? It's going to be a very interesting game. You guys, enough respect, brother. I mentioned in my vids, hope the Dolphins can pull off the wins this weekend. I feel you, Blah 11B. I feel you, man. But Miami Dolphins, Canes, I'll let it read out this last donation here, and we're going to call it a night.
On the side of your helmet.
Last one, hashtag GOMINERS.
Miami Dolphins, Canes, my man. Hey, you know I appreciate it, bro. You know I appreciate it. Rod G, the game is at 3:30 Eastern Time, and that is on ESPN. So, guys, I will be live tomorrow for the game at 3:30. I will have links. I should have good links for you guys. Oh, my man, I'm sorry, Eric. I'm sorry. I literally just closed out of all of that stuff. But the thing is, I think we'll wrap it up for tonight, just because a lot of people are filing out. A lot of people are filing out. So I think we will call it a night for tonight.
This is what it take.
And
to wear the U on the side of your helmet.
Bethune vs FAMU 12 o'clock.
Bethune versus FAMU, 12 o'clock. Miami Dolphins, Canes, bro. You crack me up, man. But yeah, we'll we should take care of business. I know I say this a lot. I know, but we should take care of business. We should. But we'll be here. Hey, my man, hope you're not upset that I couldn't get you in on the calls, Eric. I want to try to get as many people in as possible. Hey, have a good night, Robert. But hit me up if there was something you wanted to talk about, Eric. You can always hit me up. You know, you've got my personal number, Eric. You got it. So, but I hope to see you guys there tomorrow night. If you have not checked out the run, pass, punt video, obviously it's already on my channel, but I will put a link to it in here for anyone who hasn't seen it. You'll call me at 3 a.m. This is a link to the run, pass, punt. I'll link it in the chat. Actually, just kidding. It won't let me link in my own stream. You guys know the channel. You guys know the channel. So if you want to check it out, the run, pass, punt, rap is live. I want to see you guys go to town commenting on that one because I worked pretty hard on that one. So I hope you guys like it.
This is what it takes.
And I got a couple more donations coming in. I'll let those pop up. And then we'll call it a night.
Go Bethune WLDCAT Nation.
This is what it takes.
Miami Dolphins, Canes, and Brad.
On the side of your helmet.
Coop.
It didn't really, the text to speech didn't really emphasize. Let me actually read that message from Brad Morgan. It says, Coop. That's a little bit better than how the text to speech read it. Brad Morgan, $20 donation, my man. We got you on the board up right at the number 2 spot. If I can get to where I can point right there, my man. Donated a ton of money to me last stream. Did not have to do that. He went above and beyond. Brad, I didn't send you the tracking number yet, but you do have a shirt on the way. So I hope you enjoy that thing, man. I think you'll love it. If I can get thank yous down in the chat for all of the donations tonight. You guys don't have to write out all the names. If I can just get thank you. And to everyone who just hung out. Again, you never have to donate or do anything like that. Just hanging out. I just love hanging out with you guys, Hurricanes family. Big day tomorrow. Every game is a must-win for us, especially at this point in the season, to become bowl eligible. So I'm going to try to wrap it up. Miami Dolphins Canes is going to just donate for the rest of the night if I stay live. But appreciate all the support and love you guys show me week in and week out.
This is what it takes to wear the U on the side of your helmet.
Keep Willie Taggart.
Keep Willie Taggart. Hey, if we're not even gonna get into all that. We ain't gonna get into that. Good night, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow, 3:30 for the live hangout. I hope to see you guys there, and I'll try to hook you guys up with links if I can. I will try to have as many as possible for you guys. So, as always, fun hanging out. I know it's a little bit late, but you guys showing me love anyways. Appreciate it so much, Hurricanes family. Let's make the best of these last 2 regular season games, guys. Football's almost over. Remember that. A life without football. It's almost over, guys. Okay? Let's enjoy these games. Let's enjoy them, guys. See you guys tomorrow. Miami Dolphins Canes is going to keep donating through the outro. We'll let it play. See you guys. Love you guys. Love my Canes fam.
Good morning.
He says good morning. Taking a cue from Uncle Lou. Appreciate you guys so much. Hey, have a good night, guys. Had a blast in the stream tonight. See you guys tomorrow.
you.